You said notably in the president's first term that your number one political goal was to make him a one-term president. He's now a two-term president. What's your number one political goal today?
Democratic operatives are trying to sell a couple of storylines. One, that if it does not get raised and the economy falters, it's your fault, Republicans walking away from the table. And two, that Republicans want a sour economy, bad economic numbers. I received an email with a list of quotes on it, Republican candidates and leaders saying that bad economic numbers help Republicans' chances in 2012. And on that email is one of your quotes from last year, where you said, quote, "The single most important thing we want to achieve is for President Obama to be a one-term president." So how do you respond to those Democratic lines of attack?
Well, that is true.
You talk about this, and you see it time and time again in your book where Republicans give ideas, and every idea is rejected outright. I want to focus, though, on a quote, and I've got to admit, just by reading press reports, I didn't know the other side of the Mitch McConnell quote, and I think I at least owe him an apology here on the air because we've repeated it 1,000 times where Mitch McConnell says, my one priority, my top priority is preventing a second Obama term. But you actually pull out what nobody in the media pulls out, and that's the rest of Mitch McConnell's statement. What is it?
Where McConnell says, I don't want Obama to fail, I want him to change. And I agree with you. I think that that's significant. Now, there is a brazenness to the first part of the quote.
But McConnell went on to say, and it's just never been reported, McConnell went on to say, but if he changes, I want to work with him. And basically that's the attitude of if the guy will meet us halfway, and I see John Heilman rolling his eyes around the set, but time and time and time again, Republicans offered suggestions, and time and time and time again, the first 2 years, the president rejected them outright.
Well, as Bob Woodward pointed out, all of you left out the second part of that discussion, which was that was a long time off in the future, and in the meantime, we needed to do important things for the country. My goal is always to try to accomplish progress, to achieve things for the American people. The single biggest issue we have right now is this massive, massive debt hanging over the heads of our children and grandchildren. We need to address it. And the American people, elected divided government, they expect us to deal with the problems, even though they are hard to deal with when you have different points of view. I would hope the president would step up to the plate here and say, we need to do something about this spending addiction, and I'm going to lead the way.